Shit working, man. MGTOW, man. What's up? What's up? Like, I just woke up, dog, and I just been thinking about these fucking ungrateful, egotistical, psycho, sociopathic, narcissistic ass bitches. Why the fuck should a man do anything for y'all, bitch? Especially nowadays. Why should a man do anything, man? Anything. What the fuck does a man have, or what the fuck will a man really benefit or get in return besides ass, besides drama, besides a headache, and besides his pockets running slim? Because all your ass want to do is just utilize what the fuck he has instead of going 50-50 on the nigga. Instead of going 50-50, instead of actually putting what you have, which is barely anything, together. You don't even got a pot to piss in a window to throw it out of, because you don't own the fucking window to begin with. Why should a man do anything? Like, can one of y'all females who watch my videos, or if anything, answer me that fucking question? Why should a man do anything for y'all bitches, especially y'all bitches, nowadays? Especially y'all bitches in the era today. I mean, I may be motherfucking young, but I don't have to be a certain age to understand what happened and how females treated men back in the day, how females were towards men back in the day versus how females are now. Because keep in mind, man, wasn't men the one that went out there and fought in World War II? Wasn't the black men out there were the ones that were on the front lines during the civil rights movement to get y'all rights? Right? Just for it all to be pissed away today by ungrateful ass bitches. Y'all want to know why chivalry is dead? Because y'all ungratefulness killed it. That's why. And now there is a new awakening happening that is giving men a choice to opt out of everything. So my question is, why the fuck should we do anything at this point? Because you got some brothers out here who don't even want to fuck y'all. Because there's brothers out here that don't want to have any type of association with a woman, especially today. With the women of today. All feminized, sitting here jealous because of men being the way that men are. You see what I'm saying? So now I should be punished and should be looked at side-eye for being a man. I should apologize for being a man. Huh? That's what it is. You're that damn jealous that you want to be a fucking man, but yet talk about equal rights. I'm sorry, like my man, hey, there's this motherfucking other channel named Angry Man. He came up with some cogent points. There is no such thing as equality when it comes to genders. That's just how it is in nature. Because if there was a such thing as equality, then both genders would be able to reproduce. In the sense as in a man should pop out a baby just like a woman. But we can't. Just like how there isn't equal genetics. As in a man don't have the same genes as a woman. So tell me, man, tell me. Like, why should a man do anything why should we do anything for y'all bitches? Because what the fuck that y'all bitches can go out here and give a man that he can't give himself? A bitch didn't give me that or that. Now, I don't need to lie about my military career, baby. But a bitch didn't give me that. I went out there and got that shit on my fucking own. So, when it comes to the money, and when it comes to the resources, and when it comes to, I'll read the email. But when it comes to the fucking money and the resources and the things that a man needs to be able to live his daily life and whatnot like that, what is it that y'all bring to the table? Because I be seeing a lot of women online and in person, well, out and about and shit like that, acting like their opinion fucking matters, dude. You know what I'm saying? Acting like I let me go on like I'm gonna go on stupid ass POF right now and just point out the delusions, man. Because all I see on this motherfucker is, and this right here is a perfect example to collect data when it comes to these certain types of women, especially nowadays. And keep in mind, the women that I'm referring to, they are either 30 or up. And still running into relationships with a checklist, dude. Like, what is up with y'all with these unrealistic standards, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And then the funny thing about it, I see all of these bullshit ass checklists. They saying the man has to be this, not looking for sex. I mean, it's okay if you're not looking for fuck, like just looking for a man to fuck around. I'm not talking about that when it comes to preferences. But what I'm saying is, you have these grown adult females out here, or adult females out here that will go into this shit saying all the things that they want from a man, but don't say one thing that they have to offer to that man in return. Because you want to know why? Because they think that they themselves is offer enough, or is enough of an offer within itself, no matter what all the bullshit that they come with. They feel like, well, you should take me as I am, but at the same time, you need to have these certain attributes and certain standards about yourself for me to accept you. What kind of double standard is that? Again, sociopathic traits. Or you can say narcissistic traits. Because if I'm in a serious relationship like that, all I told my ex that I wanted from her is loyalty and commitment. Because I gave the exact same thing back. Like when this bitch was getting kicked out of her sister house, and back when I was in, me and my homeboy, we had a 3-bedroom apartment, real nice apartment out there in Arizona. And this bitch got kicked out of her sister house because I basically gave this bitch like her sisters were older than her. She was older than me by like 5 months. I don't even remember. But yeah, my ex is older than me. And at the time, her sisters would basically dictate to her her older sister at the time would dictate to her who she could date or not type shit. I'm telling her, like, you a grown fucking woman. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're not telling them that shit, because I've been through shit like that, you know? So, I basically gave her the confidence to stand up against her fucking sister, right? I gave her the confidence. And keep in mind, she used to wear wigs and all this other shit like that. I gave this bitch a ego. I gave this bitch man, you see how by you being a man, you instill that type of qualities into a woman who's especially lacking that shit. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about how black women are the #1 self-haters, because guess what? The #1 thing that they do when they wake up in the morning, they go to the bathroom and spend over 2-3 hours in that motherfucker trying to come out looking like somebody else. Right? You walk in the bathroom and then you walk out looking like a totally different person. That's just I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? That's just a lightweight, or that's just a damn it, I done lost it. But yeah, that's just a nice way of saying that you got a clown makeup on, wearing all this makeup and then throw a wig on, just like a clown, just like a fucking clown. Do you see men doing that? No. I mean, the only thing men got to worry about is their motherfucking hairline, tape up, hair and shit like that. But even then, half the time, man, we just walk out and don't even give a fuck. And still get y'all bitches who be dressing up to go to the damn moon and shit. Right? Right? But going back to the story, man. You got these certain type of females out here who will walk into this shit with an unrealistic checklist. And it's just like, okay, well, what if the man did that shit? Because this bitch was like, I'll show you how she looked. She looked all right, in my opinion. It was, what got to me was the glasses and the lips. If I got a picture, but nah, man, like she looked cute, but at the same time, man, I didn't like to see her being ran over by her fucking older sisters because I know how that shit feels. And then keep in mind, she was fucking older than me. So I'm just like, you about to put up with this bullshit unnecessarily, like, and for what? Like, you're a fucking grown ass woman. Like, don't sit here and just I don't know. But at the end of the day, they're all fucked up anyway. And the funny thing about it, I'll go into let's get into this story real quick. Let's get into this story on how fucked up her sisters are. All right, so keep in mind, this chick, my ex, she is more light skinned than her two older sisters. I'm about to tell y'all, yes, dude. I'm about to tell y'all how fucked up and how competitive black women are, even when it comes into their own fucking family, dude. And it's amazing. But I'm gonna find this picture real quick. But it might be on my other phone, the phone I'm recording it on right now. Fuck it. Let's get into this shit. Alright. So my ex at the time, you know, me and her talking, whatever like that. I guess they had this, like, I guess her two older sisters had this type, I guess they had this jealousy of her being light skinned whenever she came out. So I don't even know where to start with this shit. I'll start off with back when her sister fucked her over. So her sister, her second oldest sister, like she's the youngest, and she has two older sisters. Her second oldest sister, right? Back when I think her sister was like 24 and my ex was 18 at the time, she had hooked them two up with the guy that was in the military, and I'll come back to why that's key later. She had hooked up a guy. Well, she had found a guy for her. Keep in mind, I didn't even know her at this time. Like, this was like a long time ago before I even knew she existed. But her second oldest sister had hooked her up with this guy who was around her age that was in the military and in the army and shit like that. And so, you know, they started dating, hit it off or whatever. And then my ex had to move back to Pittsburgh. Had to move back to Pennsylvania because I guess all of this shit was in Arizona. And what her second oldest sister did to her was fucked up. What her second oldest sister did to her while she moved away back to the East Coast, she went behind her back and not only fucked around on the same dude that she hooked them two up together with, she not only fucked around on him, got pregnant by the motherfucker twice, had two kids, had her niece and nephew, and they ended up getting married. So, and the reason being, keep in mind that this dude was light skinned. Like, lighter than my ex, but at the same time, they were both light skinned and shit like that. And what she wanted was light skinned kids. And then on top of that, all three of them bitches, they chase military niggas. And for those of y'all brothers who are in the military, like, if it's easy for y'all to get ass like that, which I know, but look out for that shit, man. Look out for that shit. Because you got women out here that will chase you because of the uniform and because of the security that comes behind the damn uniform. Right? So, fast forward. She ends up getting married to this motherfucker. Like, her oldest sister and my ex second oldest sister, ends up getting married to the dude that she introduced my ex to, man. It's such a fucked up scenario, but the whole karma behind the shit is during the time when her my ex second oldest sister was married, the motherfucker went out to Korea and, you know, was fucking around with them bitches over there and got herpes and brought the shit back and gave it to her. So she got burned. Alright, fast forward. Her oldest sister, who is dark skinned as well, and a little bit darker than her second oldest sister, goes out and finds a white boy who was in the Air Force stealing, I don't know. But just so that way she can find a sucker to knock up to have a light-skinned baby bot. So what did this all goes back in time itself back into? What does this all tie itself back into? These bitches hated their skin color. And the reason why my ex oldest sisters treated her like shit is because of the fact that they were jealous over her skin complexion. One of the reasons. Because she told me. And then now looking back at it, I mean, it been clicked before, but it's clicking even more. So them bitches hate themselves. They all wore wigs, all wore weave, you know, all the same bullshit. So this goes back to, again, all of these are just examples of y'all bitches running around here talking about all of these standards that a man should have, but at the same time, y'all doing these fucked up things to each other, to yourselves, and to other men out here who, you know what I'm saying, who fucking out here doing their thing. They were jealous of her fucking sister. And yes, because you out here saying that, because if you want to sit here and say that dark skinned girls are jealous of, man, there's an issue going on right now where you will sit here like you ever heard that saying, oh, well, she look good for a dark skinned girl? Now keep in mind, I've had plenty of attractive dark-skinned women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have these demographic of dark-skinned women who hate themselves. So they go out and have light-skinned babies. That, like what I just said, was a prime example. Because her oldest sisters, my ex's oldest sister, treated her like shit because of the jealousy behind her skin complexion. Because better yet, she told me that the reason why she felt like her, like she wore wigs and shit like that, because she had long hair. But her second oldest sister fucked her hair up trying to do her hair, some shit like that. So, I mean, whenever her hair wasn't short when I was with her, it's just that she didn't like it. I don't know why. I mean, and I gave her confidence on making her wear her hair out more. I'm like, man, you don't have to wear wigs 24/7 around me. Like, you can look good without having on all this fake hair and shit. Do you see me wearing a hat to bed? She used to wear a bonnet to bed all damn day. Them shower caps and shit like that. But yeah, I feel like overall black, like darker skinned women do have this this type of, I guess, this jealousy complex, man, to lighter women. Because I've seen it with my own fucking two eyes. It being done to each other in their own family, man. So I'm from Australia. Oh, hold on. You from way out there, man. What do the men think or prefer, lighter? I mean, it's personal preference. I mean, you say you from Australia, right? So, you know, it's a totally different culture over there and stuff like that. But over here in the West, man, like, it's bad. But it's a personal preference. Me, I don't discriminate. Like, if you look good, you look good. Like, I've talked to white women, I've talked to dark women, I've talked to light-skinned women. I've had women who were Asian and black. Like, my second to last ex is Vietnamese and black. So, I'm gonna read the. I mean, yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I just feel like they think about it too emotionally, man. I mean, you can have emotions, but put your emotions into something that's logical, if that makes sense. Instead of just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. So again, why the fuck should a man do anything for you, woman? Especially when you got men out here waking up realizing that they are the prize. Because you want to know how I know that men are the prize? Because y'all women are out here trying to chase these high-end caliber men, right? Or even low-end caliber men. Even motherfuckers out here who are down. Men still are the prize overall because these women still look up to the man to provide X, Y, and Z for these said bitches. And I'm not saying that all women like that, but you have a high demographic of them that look for those type of standards in a man. And they think that all they have to do is just show up and look good instead of putting forth effort as well. So why the fuck should I sacrifice everything, which is marriage? And Angry Man brought up a good point. He was saying that women need male leadership because the reason why is whenever a woman gets married, right, walking down the aisle, guess who's on her side? Her fucking father, if he's there. But the whole process of that marriage is her father her father saw you to be deemed fit for him to hand over his daughter, the woman, to you, so that way you can continue on that male leadership. But it's not like that. It's a matriarchy now. So you have these type of situations going on to where women out here trying to emasculate men, or women out here trying to make men feel bad for being men. And I'm not about to have that. That's not about to happen over here with me. If I have to stay single for the rest of my life and just fuck y'all, then so be it. So fucking be it, man. And now realizing that realizing the truth about marriage and shit, because I wasn't told any of this bullshit growing up, man. And that's why I'm so glad I'm in the time that I am now, or have the mindset that I have now, because being raised in a certain black family, man, I ain't gonna say being raised around women, because I was raised around, older cousins, uncles and shit like that, but having aunties and all that shit like that perpetuate this, that will continue to perpetuate and continue to push forward this fucking narrative that, oh, well, you need to find a woman to get married, take care of her. And so what do I get? So I should put myself in a lifetime of lifetime of servitude for a woman who is ungrateful at the end of the day, and then gets too comfortable, and that's all she expects is for me to provide, and then I'm sitting here waiting on the next fuck and turning into an incel and shit like that. That's not about to be me, dude. That's not about to be me. Instead of these bitches, and the reason why, man, you have these women out here that will tell these boys that at a young age is to get them to I feel like they setting them up for failure, because they're not giving them a choice. And this is what this MGTOW is all about. It's about us having a choice now, man. And that's why I love it. I love y'all brothers, dog, because at the end of the day, and you got these stupid ass women out here talking about are they gay? Well, newsflash, it seems to be more accepted now. Didn't back in the day it seemed to be more of an acceptance for women to run around kissing each other, being lesbians and all that other shit like that. So again, y'all bitches are the living example of the pot calling the kettle black. Because the first thing these bitches want to hop on is, oh, they must be gay. No, we're just tired. And we're just woken up to the fact that we have a choice now not to deal with y'all bitches at all. And y'all making it easier for us. Because of this whole stupid ass Me Too movement. This whole surviving R. Kelly boy. Get the fuck out of here. Surviving what? Why would you talking about something that you put yourself in? You put yourself in that situation to where you have to survive your choices. That's what the fuck. That's the appropriate name for that shit. Surviving your stupid choices. You see this? That's what I had to survive to get that, baby. I had to survive that. In that. Every day. But yet you got women out here who want to be special operators and shit like that. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, they want to have an equal job, but don't have equal work. As in the military, there's this thing called special operations, right? You got your Navy SEALs, you got your Air Force pararescue and all that shit. And the physical standards for that shit is through the damn roof. And your mental standards and your psychological standards have to be through the damn roof as well. But yeah, you got these hoes who say that they don't want to have to do the same standards that the men do. Hello, when you're over there carrying 100 pounds worth of gear on, you have to be in shape. And that's just the gear. I'm not talking about the weapons. I'm not talking about the NVGs. I'm not talking about none of that shit. That's just your damn vest with a plate in it that can stop a 7.62 round, boy. And then on top of that, you overseas, you a special operator. One of your motherfucking partners get shot. You have to carry that motherfucker. Fireman carry. Can a woman do that? Say if I'm downrange, right? 250 pounds because I got over 100 pounds worth of gear on. I get hit. And this woman is going to have to carry me. Will you be able to do that? No. No, you won't. Just like I won't be able to fucking have a child and have a fucking special connection or a bond with a child for 9 months. There is no equality. There's just certain things that can't be equal, man. Straight up. So, again, why does a man have to do anything for y'all ungrateful ass women when they are getting nothing back in return? Let me read these real quick. Oh, no, I wasn't in the Army, Playboy. That's Air Force. That's Air Force back there. I mean, you got women out here who are hardworking, man, who see the shit. But I'm just talking about those demographic of women who still running around like with a damn checklist, man. Who's still running around with these? You can have standards. But at the same time, if a man is approaching you with a standard as well, you should respect that man's standard just as much as you would want him to respect your fucking standards. That's all it literally comes back down to at the end of the day, man. Like, women in this day and age, they want to have the benefits of patriarchy, but not the responsibility behind it. Because being a man out here, and most motherfuckers don't even know. Let's fucking dissect that whole term, being a man. So I just think that it's pretty interesting that you have women out here trying to tell a man how to be a man when they themselves don't even know what it feels like to even wake up being a man every day. They don't even know how it feels to wake up being a man every fucking day. So how are you going to tell me to be something that you can't even be? That's impossible for you to be. I don't care if you do this transgenderism bullshit. No. I'm not sitting here telling you what you need to do to be a quote-unquote woman. I'm just pointing out the double standards and the fact that you are sitting here trying to tell. That's like a dog trying to tell a squirrel how to fucking be a cat or some shit like that. See, some stupid shit, right? That's like a dog telling the cat that you're not doing the right thing. Why can't you be like what I am? Because I'm not you. And that's what it all comes back down to. Like, that's literally what it all comes back down to. That's why you have these single mothers out here who are raising boys to end up becoming the men that they hate. Because women can't raise boys to be men properly. And I get it, man. You have fucked up single fathers out here. I'm an anomaly. I had an abusive fucking father. But at the same time, I also was blessed enough to have a stepfather in my life. Rest in peace. Because, you know, my mom got remarried and stuff like that. to where I can see that male leadership. I can see those traits on what it's like to actually be a man and to actually properly raise a son and shit like that. Cause I had a little brother who passed away too, had leukemia and stuff. 12 years old, very sad. But overall, man, what the fuck, like, how are you going to sit here and try to tell me to be a man? And number one, you can't even keep a man. Because if you knew what it took to be a man, then you will understand that that man has to do a lot. You will give that man a fucking break. You will wake up and appreciate the fact that you have a man next to you every day anyway. I mean, I'm good up in here, man. Like, I'm straight up in my motherfucking room. But at the same time, dude, how you gonna tell a motherfucker to be a man when, again, you can't even keep a man? Because a real man would see through all your bullshit. Because a real man has options out here to real women. And to actually want to, I ain't gonna say wife or who wanna take that man for themselves and appreciate that man for want to show the man that, I'm more than just somebody I'm more than just a thorn on your side. I'm more than just an accessory. I'll be somebody that will cater to you, that will I ain't gonna say do all the cooking and cleaning and shit like that, cause that's easy. A woman who will help you resource wise and business wise. You know what I'm saying? Because what most of y'all fucking bitches out here fail to realize, that marriage is a business. That's why you have to go get a fucking marriage license. Hello? That's why the courts are involved. Hello? Like, seriously. Want to get married for love and shit. Like, get the fuck out. Hey, man, when we gonna grow up? When we gonna grow up, huh? When y'all women gonna grow the fuck up, man? And realize that love, just like every other emotion, is just a feeling. And just like every other emotion, it changes. There's a difference between being in love and just straight up having love. If that makes sense. Kind of catch my drift? But yeah, this ain't about to be no long one. I gotta go fucking cook breakfast and shit and get some work done. I probably might make another video. But hey, man, shout out to the man out there in Australia though, man. But yeah, man, I just want y'all brothers, man, to ask yourselves, ask these bitches out here, why should a man do anything for you, man? Because you know what will be the perfect way to crush these bitches' souls, man? Crush their spirit, dog. Is to just simply just let them go. Not even talk to them. Turn your back on them, because they do all this shit. They dress up, get all this attention, wear all these tight clothes, have these big asses and shit like that for attention from men, and to make themselves seem like they're the better version than all these other females out here. Like, Angry Man broke this shit down too. He had a good analogy. I'll leave it off on this. He said, when you get a dog, what do you get a dog for? There are many different purposes. There are different dogs for different reasons. You get a house dog to, protect you, your property, and stuff like that. You get a service dog, like a therapy dog, a blind seeing dog, to be able to help you get around and maneuver. You get a hound dog to hunt, and you get a pit bull to be loyal and shit like that. And men are the dogs. What do you get a cat for? Is for it to just look good. You get a different cat because it has different colors. And you want to nitpick and see which one looks best. And that's what women are. Why do you think that women try so hard to make themselves look as visually good as possible out in public? To the point to where they end up putting hair in their head that's not even theirs. To the point to where they're changing their whole facial features. The shading of their fucking face, the lighting of their fucking face, foundation, all that goofy ass shit. So they spend over 5 hours in the damn bathroom, in the mirror in the damn bathroom. It's all visual. But then they the same ones that turn around and say, I'm not looking for sex, blah blah blah, but yet you over sexualize yourself visually by having all of these skimpy ass outfits on, poking your ass out on POF on social media and shit like that. And like, am I lying? Am I lying? Do you see men doing that? Or do you see brothers out here who are, groomed? They may have like their shirt off or whatever like that on some whatever type shit. But you see men out here who are kept up, who are groomed, and they may dress down and look nice, but at the same time they are preserved. So I'll end it on that one though, man. But I'll see y'all boys later, man. Y'all have a good morning.